All right, Algebra 1, Lesson 43, Simplifying Irrational Expressions. As I will be out of the building on Thursday where you guys are getting this, which for you is maybe today. Um, Today we're talking about rational expressions, and they are fractions with a variable in the denominator. Big deal here is that we cannot have 0 in the denominator because it gives us something that is undefined. If we plug any number in our calculator, divide it by 0, it's going to say error, undefined, or infinity if you plug it into your Chromebook. All right, so since division by 0 in mathematics is undefined, the denominator of a rational expression cannot equal 0. Okay, so we can solve, and we'll get into solving some questions that involve that here in a little bit. We're also going to cover lesson 44 today, which is finding slope using the slope formula. Now, it's listed here, but I'll write it up here so it's a little easier to see. Y2 or y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. It's the same thing as y sub 1 minus y sub 2 over x sub 1 minus x sub 2. All of this being if I have x1, y1, and an x2 sub y2, okay, or, or where those are going to be a list of coordinate pairs, okay, but it doesn't matter so long as I've got my 2's in order or my 1's in order. I can't cross them. So I can't have y sub 1 minus y sub 2 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. And those sub numbers just simply refer to which set of coordinate pairs I'm working with. So 2 points are not always given explicitly as coordinates to determine a slope. If given a table or a graph, then 2 points will be chosen in order to use the slope formula. The slope of a vertical line is undefined because it has a 0 in the denominator, meaning that slope is given as rise over run. So slope is a measure of steepness of a line. So if it's a vertical line, it's not going to the left or right at all. It's going up and down, which means it has rise or fall, but it has no run. So I'm dividing it by 0, so it has an undefined slope. A vertical line has an undefined slope, and you see that listed right here, okay, because it has a 0 in the denominator. The slope of a horizontal line has 0 in the numerator, therefore its slope is 0. So, I mean, if you've got 0 divided by a number, any number, positive or negative, it's going to be 0. So a horizontal line has a 0 slope, okay, whereas a vertical line has an undefined slope. Okay. All right. A rate of change is a ratio that compares the change in one quantity with the change in another. The slope of a line represents a rate of change. So from here, let's look at a few questions that we can answer. All right. So number 1, for what value of x is this fraction undefined? Well, it's going to be undefined where we have 0 in the denominator. So we would say, it won't let me write on that, will it? Okay, so notice here that 2x plus 8 is in my denominator. Okay, so 2x plus 8 cannot equal 0. So we'll subtract 8. Okay, 2x cannot equal negative 8. Okay, we'll divide by 2. Okay, x cannot equal negative 4. So negative 4 is the value that would cause this to be undefined. Okay, and we've got that for A right here. All right, and that basically works out for the rest of this. Like on number 2, notice that 3x minus 9 is my denominator. Okay, 3x minus 9. Okay, 3x minus 9. We don't want that to be 0 or it'll make it undefined. We add 9, 3x, okay, divide by 3, x should not equal 3. If it did, it's going to make my denominator be 0 and therefore undefined, okay? We say x cannot equal, what did we say? X cannot equal 3. Okay? All right. So that same process happens now on number 3. It changes it up a little bit. It says simplify the rational expression and then identify any excluded values. So I've got our sheet here, so I'll pull it over to the other page. Okay. All right. So it starts off with 3r squared minus 9r over r minus 3. Okay? So simplify the rational expression. The first thing I want to notice is that this can be simplified. I can factor out, I can take a 3r out of both terms. That's going to leave me with an r and a minus 3. Okay, I'm going to put that over r minus 3, and what I notice is that my r minus 3's will cancel out. So in simplest form, okay, 3r is the simplification. Now, it also asked for find any excluded values. That would be r minus 3 from here cannot equal 0, add 3. Okay, so r cannot equal 3. Okay, so this is the, let's see, r cannot equal 3. That's what we're looking for here. Let's see what it looks like over here. Okay, 3r and r cannot equal 3. That looks like A for my answer on that one. All right. Let's see. I'm trying to find number 5. Number 5, we have 1, 9, and 6, 6. 1, 9, and 6, 6. Okay, 1, 9, and 6, 6. It wants the slope. I'm going to go ahead and identify these as x1, y1, x2, y2. Okay, we're going to do y2 minus y1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Now we're just going to substitute. So 6 minus 9 over 6 minus 1. Okay, well 6 minus 9 is negative 3. 6 minus 1 is 5. So I should get negative 3/5. I get B as my answer. Let's take a look here. Okay, answer for 5 is B. Now, at this point, I could kind of probably keep going on, but I want to look at some questions from your homework on lesson 43. Let's see, lesson 43, you have A through G. Let's see, let's do one from A, B, and C. We'll do one from D, E, and F, and then we'll take a look at question G. Okay, so we'll do a few here, just so you're familiar with what's going on. Let's see, let's pick one. Let's pick C. C starts off with 11 minus x over 6x minus 42. Okay, it says determine the values for which the rational expression is undefined. All they want here, we don't have to simplify anything, all they want is what's going to give me 0 in the denominator. So 6x minus 42 is my denominator. What would give me 0 there? Add 42 to both sides. 6x shouldn't equal 42. Divide by 6. X should not equal 7. Okay, so that's C. Okay, let's look at, let's try one like F. F changes things a little bit. It says simplify each rational expression, determine undefined values. So we have 4x plus 28 over 3x squared plus 21x. Okay, so we want to factor as much as we can. So on our top row, looks like I could probably factor 4 out of that and get x plus 7 on the inside. Down here, it looks like I could factor out a 3x. Okay, that would give me x plus 7. That allows me to cancel those out. I would get 4 over 3x for my simplified form of that. Right? Now I want to come back to my denominator. Okay? And I can actually still, we're going to come back to this, set that equal to 0, but I can actually still leave it broken up, just exactly like I see down here. So I could say 3x equals 0 and x plus 7 equal to 0. Okay, we'll divide by 3, 0 divided by 3, so x can't equal 0, and x can't equal negative 7. Okay, and I could go ahead and try that out. Right, if I plug in a 0 right there, well, 3 times 0 is 0, plus 21 times 0 is 0. Well, 0 plus 0 is 0. That would give me undefined. Okay, I could try negative 7, and I ought to find that I get the same thing. So my answer should be 4 over 3x. X cannot be 0. X cannot be negative 7. Okay, this is my answer for F. Okay, let's take a look at G. Okay, G, a package is needed, and I don't even know if these are the same questions you guys have. Sometimes these are wildly different, so this might help you, might not. Package is needed that uses the least amount of material to hold the greatest volume of product. A container in the shape of a right circular cylinder has a surface area. Okay, so we got surface area equals 2 pi r h. It's radius and height, plus 2 pi r squared. Okay, that's 2 times the base of it. The volume equals pi r squared h. Okay. So let's see, it wants us to simplify surface area divided by volume. Okay, so we're going to take 2 pi r h plus 2 pi r squared and divide it by pi r squared h. All right, just simply wants us to simplify. So let's start by factoring out of the top what we can take out of everything. Looks like I can take out a 2. Looks like I can take out a pi. Looks like I can take out 1r. That's going to leave me with an h plus an r. Okay? And let's see what we can factor out of the bottom. Let's see, that would leave me with, I could factor out, well, just out of every term, right? I should be able to, let's see, I could take out a pi, and I can take out an r, leaving me with just h right there. Hold on. Kind of looking at what they've got here. Okay. Just leaving it like that, what we'll notice is that I factor out a pi and I factor out an r from what's been factored out. And this is an r squared here, so it's only factoring out 1r. So what I'm left with is 2h plus r over, I have 1r left and an h left. Okay, so that's what I'm left with. And let's see, it also wants to know what our excluded values are. That's going to be based upon this. So r can't equal 0 and h can't equal 0. If either of them equals 0, causes my denominator to equal 0. So that's your answer right there for G, if it happens to be the same G that I have. All right, let's take a look at lesson 44. Some of your questions there. Let's see, on 44, you had an A through J. So what it shows up on mine. Okay, determine the slope of the line that contains the given points. Let's look at D. D uses -2, 7, and 2, -9. Okay, we're going to keep our formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Sometimes it does help to label these as you go. x1, y1, x2, y2. Okay, all right, so -9 minus 7 over 2 minus -2. Be careful of your negatives here. Okay, -9 minus 7 is -16. And 2 plus 2 is 4. -16 divided by 4 is -4. All right. Let's see. Let's go to something like maybe, oh, we can look at I. I gives you a graph. Looks like this. Okay, it gives you what? -4, 6. -4, -4. And you can do the exact same formula, hopefully noticing that it is a vertical line. That would give you -4 minus 6 over -4 minus -4. Okay, well, that's -4 plus 4, which is giving you a 0. -4 minus 6 is -10, but because of this, it's undefined. So it's an undefined slope, so be aware of that. Okay? All right, I'm going to probably end it right there. If you guys have questions between now and then, let me know.